SADC leaders are set to hold an extraordinary summit of heads of state and government on 13 March in virtual format to discuss the security situation in the Democratic Republic of Congo. The DRC's eastern region has been plagued by instability, resulting in over 6 million people being displaced. Now, several meetings have been held by SADC leaders to find a solution, with the last one being at the African Union Summit in Ethiopia. The upcoming summit will receive updates on the latest security situation and deliberate on recommendations from the extraordinary SADC Organ Troika Summit. Now, the SADC Council of Ministers will meet on Wednesday ahead of the summit of heads of state and government. Zim Paper's political editor Ranga Mataire joins us for insights on the upcoming summit. Good evening, Ranga. Thank you for joining us here on News Plus. Now, obviously, everybody is concerned about the situation in DRC. And as the SADC Virtual Extraordinary Summit convenes, what are the key expectations from regional leaders in addressing the DRC's security challenges?
Yeah, like you said, basically the summit is going to review recommendations from the SADC Troika organ on politics, defense and security. As you are aware, there was a meeting which was chaired by the Tanzanian president, President Suluhu, and at that meeting there was a recommendation that there is need for more solidarity, collective solidarity, in terms of assisting a member state, DRC, which is facing, which is in the process of a crisis or a conflict or a civil strife, so to speak. So that was the major recommendation, especially in the background of the intensification of violence. So basically, the summit is going to meet to review those recommendations, and it will be chaired by the SADC chair, President Mnangagwa.
So, Ranga, as the SADC chair, how will President Mnangagwa's leadership shape the summit's outcomes and the organization's future direction?
The good thing about the SADC chair, President Mnangagwa, is that he has been on top of the situation in terms of understanding the DRC conflict since the time when Zimbabwe was involved militarily in the conflict. He has said before that in order to find a lasting solution to the DRC conflict, there is need for the involvement of all key players. Key players being those that are involved in the conflict and other non-state key players. So definitely, I think he will be able to shape the direction in terms of reviewing the semi-DRC mission, which is currently in the DRC, and also ensuring that all the parties involved into the conflict come to the table. You might be aware that there is also a SADC EAC summit on the offing. We hope also that combined regional summit of EAC and SADC will be able also to come up with the way forward, taking into consideration the meeting of the recommendation that would have been passed by the SADC organ on politics, defense and security.
Could you tell us what opportunities will arise from the SADC summit for strengthening regional cooperation and solidarity in addressing common security challenges, Ranga?
I think the main opportunity that comes is to review and enhance the cooperation which is mandated by the SADC Mutual Defense Pact. The SADC Mutual Defense Pact ensures that if there is any conflict in any member states, or any member states faces a security threat, or its sovereignty is under threat, there is a need for the regional body to intervene. It can intervene as a mediator, it can intervene militarily, it can intervene as a peacekeeping mission like what the same DRC is. So there are opportunities there in terms of reviewing how best the region can deal with issues of security. And I'm sure with all the meetings that have taken place so far, the one between SADC and EAC and the previous one, which was chaired by President of Tanzania and attended by the incoming SADC Troika chairperson, President of Malawi, President Chakwera, and also attended by the outgoing chairperson, President of Zambia, President Hakainde, and also attended by the South African president, who is part of the semi-DRC mission. So I'm sure that there are opportunities there in terms of reviewing how best to deal with this situation. The situation in DRC is very, very critical in terms of its importance to the region. So if there is any instability in that region, the Great Lakes region, it has a contagion effect, not only in that region, but also in the whole region of Southern Africa.
Konapo, ipapo, ipapo.